Hello, it's June 2023, and this video is inspired by my sharing a story with someone just recently. They found it kind of interesting, so I thought I'd share this story in the video. Now, this story has to deal with an experience that I had about a year ago, this time last year, and it ties in with the situation I've been in since the May 4th, 2013 event. Now, just to recap all that, I've been unable to obtain a position reflecting my career history or my education because over the years prior to the wrongful conviction, it pending, showing up on criminal record checks, and then after being wrongfully convicted, it's totally destroyed me, plus whatever else is on the police computer database known as CPIC. And the May 4th, 2013 event has left me partly disabled. The focus being my hands and wrists, and my right hand eventually, according to the surgeon and everyone else, saying that I'm eventually going to lose use of my right hand. And then there's other things, other injuries that I had from that, and then other pre-existing health things, and now with this new health thing that I'm dealing with, I can't obtain physical employment. So over the years I had these obstacles, and nothing more would I like to try to find some sort of work that I can do so I can have a relatively normal life. But it's not from a lack of trying, which now segues into this job that I had applied to. Now, when I was in my province of origin last year, before my health went south even further, and I had the surgery that saved my life, I was looking, trying to find work, trying to find something. And I had one response come back saying, yeah, they were interested to talk to me. And I was so excited. Now that I'm starting to think about it, I'm starting to get a little bit of emotional. You'll understand why in a moment. And I was, how I've been living in my vehicle, and I had enough gas. I was on empty to make it there, but not necessarily back. Or what little money that I did have was to go into a truck stop, shower, put on some good clothes, and go for the interview. So I took a chance with seeing my gas gauge, and I thought it was important that I showered, cleaned up, and went for this interview. Now I had to drive a little ways to get to this place, which was fine. It wasn't it was a cleaning type of job, like light cleaning and kind of doing a checklist for maintenance or something. I can't remember all the details, but it would have been something, right? So I drove all this way, watching my gas gauge, and I got there. And I met with the person who was interviewing. Now, I sent what I would call a dumbed down version of my resume, but I mean, there's only so much that I can do to dumb down my resume. And, the person was asking me, questions, and, why would I be applying for this type of job? Because, I have no experience in it. I have, I'm way overqualified, career history and everything else. And I said, well, whatever I said. And they were just asking some questions about my career history and everything else. So the interview was going to kind of conclude, and I said, well, I have some questions, and I was asking some legitimate questions about the job, and I can't remember, when pay comes and all this other stuff, whatever. And as I was asking the questions, they had no intention of ever hiring me, even before I got there. This person just thought my resume was so interesting that she wanted to interview me just, she just thought that my story was, based on my resume, was interesting. That was it. And I remember sitting there thinking that little bit of money, if I didn't make that trip, I could have, bought some food. Maybe split it between food and gas or something. Like, it wasn't very much that I had. So I basically sacrificed everything, hoping to. Now, I remember I was so excited. I was telling some friends, I was so excited. Hey, I actually got this interview. To be told that. Now, I'm not saying anything bad about this individual. More of a disappointment mixed with some frustration at the time. But to just simply want to hear, out of interest, my story based off my resume, that was critical for me. And I left even more disappointed. And I remember before wrapping it up, I said, well, I was trying to really sell myself for this position. And, well, obviously I never got a call. And that was it. It was kind of the whole attitude after that. I just felt like, as a descriptive, like kind of use and abuse, because they just kind of, okay, well, whatever, and just walked away like I didn't exist after that. But I just thought I'd share that, because by sharing this with someone else, if I was interesting, sad. And I ended up making it back to a truck stop. And that was it. And I had nothing for anything after that. I had to wait. And it was during those times that I mentioned that I was eating food that was destined for the garbage. And I would intercept the individuals between, say, the counter and them taking it out back. So, anyway, I guess my point could be really that, I've been trying for many years, even before the life-saving surgery. This past year, I've been really just trying to get through all these complications from that. Well, not from the surgery itself, but from that medical issue that I had, and just really trying to survive and focusing on that. And I had such great help. One individual really stands out a lot. I wanted to thank that person, but for setting up a lot of different things for me since then and everything else. And now I've been still trying to find something and putting my health on the back burner. So anyway, I just thought I'd share this for whatever it's worth. Was this person who interviewed me fair to me? I'm not judging. But anyway, thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment, and share.
Listen to this and write it down if you can't remember it. You're never going to outgrow warfare. You simply must learn to fight. I hear people saying to me, oh, when is it going to get easier? When you die.